Hello and welcome back to the Wii U 5. I have some good news for you. Every time I do a retro game review, I get asked to do more, or for specific old games. Well, retro games are a bit of a side attraction for me, so while I can't provide all the retro gaming you need, I can tell you about someone who does. This guy. His name's Sean, and if you click the link right around here, you'll find that this man is all about retro games. And since he's white, you won't be scared to check out his videos and share them. Yep, I've been pumping out a lot of love for Rare this week. But here, I have a game that's not in Rare Replay because Microsoft doesn't own the IP rights to Donkey Kong. Even though they thought they did when they bought Rare. True story, you can Google that. Oh yeah, and you're looking at Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Conquest. Quite a mouthful of a title. As with almost all old games, things were very simple back then. You go left and right and up and down. You jump, you roll, and you avoid getting hit. That's really all there is to it. So how did Rare toss it up? By expanding on Animal Buddies. New Animal Buddies joined the fray amongst some old ones, and it's pretty hard to forget about a spider with sneakers. That also conveniently spits spider webs from its face. We're just going to call that Rare logic. However, in truth, just about everything else was just more of what the first Donkey Kong Country brought. I will speak on behalf of the challenge though, as there's no denying that you'll more than likely die. Plenty. This is namely because of the insane precision that is required at times, and I'm including regular levels. Secret levels, not bonus levels, were often even harder. I can't deny that the challenge has its appeal, and I found myself in that, okay, one more time, I can do this mentality as I sometimes hit a snag in my adventure from repeating some sections multiple times. It's never unfair in that it doesn't feel like trial and error, as nothing comes at you without a proper human-like reaction time window, and it really does boil down to player skill. That's probably the only old-school thing left in me, my preference and enjoyment of a game requiring pure skill. My only issue here is that, well, it just didn't do enough differently from the first Donkey Kong Country. This might sound crazy, but this game is shorter than I remembered it. I cleared the main campaign of the game in just over 4 hours. Sure, I only dabbled in a handful of bonus and secret levels, but my clear file does still say 60% clear. And while I used the restore point function for particular areas to speed up trying again, hence over 4 hours despite what the save file says, I'm a bit surprised at how paltry it was. And of course, now with Rare Replay out, $8 is a little hard to swallow. Don't get me wrong, I still feel I got my money's worth, but it was all over a lot quicker than I wanted it to be, and the next section kind of explains why. Sure, even modern 8-bit graphical games present themselves slightly cleaner, but this pixel art and animation was and still is a thing of beauty. It was ahead of its time, demonstrating technology and pixel animation that was eye-opening. Thus, it stands the test of time rather well, only feeling a little bit visually grainy, and the animations more than hold up. But then we move into what particularly makes Donkey Kong Country such a fond memory for so many people: the music. The music in this sequel still holds up so well that I often paused just to listen to the beats or the ambience. Somehow, someway, I believe this to be David Wise's best work. I can't explain the quality of the music, despite its low bitrate and older synth and recording qualities, except that it's composed well beyond any video game music of its time. This is and will always be to me Rare's crowning achievement in technology. The quality of pixel animation and music set a standard for 2D side-scrolling games that, in some ways, is still unmatched today. And that Rare humor? I don't want to spoil those chuckles you'll have. Doing retro reviews is always difficult for me, simply because I am always up to date with my gaming. This means I always have a frame of reference for what is currently possible at its best, and that makes it hard to review old games because many factors do not stand the test of time. Fortunately, in the presentation department in particular, Donkey Kong Country 2 didn't get old. And while it's really just more of the first Donkey Kong Country in a new place, and it's rather short for its cost even by today's standards, I still got what I wanted out of it, a trip down memory lane and what made some of my gaming memories so unforgettable. I give Donkey Kong Country 2 Diddy's Conquest a 9 out of 10. That's it for today. Follow me on Twitch, help me out on Patreon if you are able, and subscribe for more Wii U content delivered directly to your retinas. I'll see you next time on the Wii U 5.